Okay, Assalamu alaikum once again. Today we are going to start this lesson called Algebraic Fractions. Algebraic Fractions. And in case you haven't subscribed, please, I'm very new to this YouTube thing. Do subscribe, like, share, and share, and also comment in case you see something that needs to be taught. And do just tell me to maybe I can post it. Who knows? All right. Algebraic fractions, and again, this is my number in case you guys need it. +4 this, but text me through WhatsApp. I might reply to you straightforward. So again, yeah. So simplify fully. Let's start the question. Simplify fully. These are typical questions that range from 2017 to 2021 for Edexcel GCSE students. So simplify fully 3x squared minus 8x minus 3 over 2x squared minus 6x, which is very, very easy. Now, how do you simplify? Obviously, so 3x squared minus 8x minus 3. Let's start with the numerator first, then we go into the denominator. So basically, your sum is -3. Okay, your sum obviously is going to be -8, not -3. So your sum is -8. Your product is -3. This is your product, and that is your sum. This is your product, and this is your sum. So yeah, then what if we do that now? Then how do you solve it? Now you start by writing this 3x into bracket x, because we know that if you take 3x times x is going to give you 3x squared. But now we come to the product side. Obviously, the only two numbers that if you multiply gives you to give you -3 is -3 and 1. So again, but if you add them, it can give you -8. And that why is it that way? The reason why is that way is because one of the numbers got multiplied to 3, and obviously it's got multiplied to 3. So you don't know which of those numbers is -3 or 1. So let's see here, -3 and 1. If you multiply 3 here, it's going to give you -9 and 1. Just leave the 1 alone. So now if you add -9 and 1, it gives you -8. So obviously is the combinations are -3 and 1, but -3 come here, so that if you multiply to 3x is going to give you -9, and the +1 is going to be here. So yeah, so we factorize that. Now let's go to the denominator, which is 2x squared minus 6x. So if you factorize the denominator, it's quite easy. So your common factor is 2x into bracket x minus 3. So simple as that. Now the numerator is 3x plus 1 into bracket x minus 3 over is 2x into bracket x minus 3. This and this cancel out, so you just remain with 3x plus 1 over 2x. Very simple. Or if sometimes you might get a question like this: solve 5 minus x over 2 equals to 2x minus 7. Then how do you solve for such a question? So you have -5 minus x over 2 equal to 2x minus 7. Now we do something called cross multiplication. So we take the 2, multiply this side, multiply this side. So this and this will cancel out. So you just have 5 minus x equal to 2 times 2x minus 7. Now obviously this just becomes 5 minus x is equal to 2 times 2x is going to give you 4x minus 2 times -7, which is going to give you -14. Now collect the like terms, obviously. Now let's put the negative x to the other side. Let's say plus x, and the -14 to the left side of the equation by adding 14 and 14. So at the end of the day, you're going to get 5 plus 14, which is 19. 4x plus x is equal to 5x. Then divide by 5. Okay, and therefore x is equal to 19 over 5, which can be rewritten as 3 19 over 5. Okay, Now this is question 3, okay, of the past topical questions. The question 3a, simplify x minus 1 over 5 into bracket x minus 1 squared. So this x minus 1 over 5 into bracket x minus 1 squared, this can be rewritten as x minus 1 x minus 1. So this and this will cancel out. Sorry for that. This and this will cancel out, and you remain with 1 over 5 into bracket x minus 1. And if you want, you can expand, and this can be your final answer. 5 times x, 5x, and 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. 1 mark. Now factorize fully. 50 minus 2y squared. So the common factor here is first is 2. So you're going to get 2 into bracket 25 minus y squared. Now after doing that, you can factorize this one using the product of 2 squares. So this one and the product of 2 squared says that if you get x squared minus y squared, it's just the same as saying x. We don't have enough space here, so let me use this. The product of 2 squared says x squared minus y squared is equal to x plus y and x minus y. So you have 2 into bracket 25. 25 can be written as 5 squared minus y squared. And now if you factorize 5 squared minus y squared, you're going to get 2 into bracket 5 plus y, and the other one as 5 minus y. And therefore this is your answer. Another simple question. Given that x squared is to 3x plus 5 equal to 1 is to 2, find the possible values of x. So this x squared is to means divide by. So you're just dividing x squared with 3x plus 5 equal to 1 over 2. Okay, then we do something called cross multiplication. The 2 gets cross multiplied to this, and the 1 gets cross multiplied to this. Or another way, multiply 2, okay, and you get 2x squared. Then obviously this and this should cancel out, then multiply by 3x plus 5, then multiply by 3x plus 5, and obviously this and this gets cancelled out. So 2 times x squared, okay, this is the 2 times x squared will give you 2x squared, and 1 times 3x plus 5 is going to give you just 3x plus 5. Now collect the like terms, obviously. Push the 3x and the 5 to the left side, so you have 2x squared minus 3x minus 5, because if you push it there, the positive will come to negative, and the positive 5 also becomes negative 5. Now again, this is quadratic equation. If you have a quadratic equation, then obviously to use the same thing, the sum and the product, the SPF. Okay, the sum and the product. So basically your sum is negative 3 and your product is negative 5. So your sum, if you add the two, is negative 3, product is negative 5. So now obviously the only two terms, that is negative 5 and 1, or you can have 5 and negative 1. But now once you know that, it doesn't mean that those are your answers. Basically let's take this one, negative 5 comma 1. One of those numbers will get multiplied to 2 because of the 2x squared, because once you factorize, you're going to get 2x into bracket x. But so you don't know the negative 5 should be here, or is it supposed to be here, and the one don't know that. So obviously that will help us at the end of the day. So again, let me just wrap this because of the space. Now let's ask ourselves negative 5 and 1, obviously. Now let's multiply negative 5 to 2. It gives us negative 10 and 1. Now if you add this together, does it give you negative 3? No, doesn't give you negative 3. Now what if now you take 1 and multiply to 2? to give you now negative 5 and 2. If you add them up, does it give you negative 3? Yes. So your combinations obviously is negative 5 and 1. But now when you write this, the negative 5 is going to be found here, and the plus 1 is going to be found here. Okay, because the 1 is going to be multiplied to 2x, and negative 5 times x, obviously negative 5x, negative 5x plus 2x is now going to give you negative 3x. Okay, is equal to 0. Now when you get a question, when you reach this stage, then you equate it to 0. So if the first bracket 2x minus 5 equal to 0, push the negative 5 to the other side, is going to give you 2x equal to plus 5. Then divide by 2, divide by 2. The first x obviously is equal to 5 over 2. The second x, okay, or x plus 1 can be equal to 0, and therefore x can be negative 1. So this are your two answers, but let me just write here, x can be equal to 5 over 2, or your x can be equal to positive 1. Now, what if you get a question like this? Okay, one of the past GCSE questions. So 6 plus into bracket x plus 5 divided by x squared plus 3x minus 10 over x minus 1. This one. Now first, let's deal with the ones that are inside the brackets because of the BIDMAS rule. So let's start with this one with the bracket. So you take x plus 5, division changes to multiplication, and they reciprocate each other. So this goes here and this one goes down. So the x minus 1 goes up, and the x squared plus 3x minus 10 goes down. Okay, and then remember there's that thing here, 6 plus something. Okay, obviously you guys have understood that. Now let's factorize this. We know that this, if you factorize it out, x squared plus 3x minus 10, your sum obviously is positive 3, and your product is negative 10. Negative 10. Now the only combinations that you get, that you do to get negative 10 is either negative 1 and 10, or obviously you can have negative 2 and 5, or 2 and negative 5. I think those are enough. Now which one, if you add them, gives you plus 3? And the one that that gives you plus 3 is negative 2 and 5, and that is why if you factorize this, it's going to be x plus 2, x minus 5, because your common factors are negative 2 and 5, therefore should be factorized this way. Now in short, what we mean is that this one will become x plus 2 into bracket x minus 5. Is it x plus 2? Sorry, it's supposed to be x minus 2 and x plus 5, because here is negative 2 and plus 5. Sorry for that. Simple mistake, but costly. Okay, now obviously if you're multiplying, this and this cancel each other, and you remain with 6 plus into bracket x minus 1 over x minus 2. Now since you have reached this stage, then what are you going to do? So this one, if you open up the bracket, so it will be something like this, 6 plus x minus 1 over x minus 2. Now what happens to the 6 so that it can get added to x minus 1 over x minus 2? Very simple. The 6 also, because you want to have the same denominator, this is 6 over 1, so you take 1 times x minus 2 so that it does have the same denominator, and the 6 also gets multiplied to x minus 2. Okay, so it's going to be at the end of the day 6 times x minus 2, okay, plus x minus 1 over x minus 2. Now let's open up this. 6 times x, 6x, this times this, 6x, this times this, negative 12 plus x minus 1 over x minus 2. Collect the like terms, 6x added to x minus 12 minus 1 over x minus 2. The final answer is this one. This is the final 6x plus x gives you 7x minus 12 minus 1 will give you minus 13 over x minus 2. And what did it ask? Obviously, that is your answer. So your answer is 7x minus 13 over x minus 2. Correct answer. Okay, this is another question. Write 5 over x plus 1 plus 2 over 3x as a single fraction in its simplest form. Very easy. So 5 over x plus 1 plus 2 over 3x. Okay, so what does this mean? So what you normally do, because this is 3x, the 3x, I don't know why, most of the time, why is it this? And then you have this one. So you have also this one. So what does that mean? So you just do this way. So you take the 3x, multiply to the side, and obviously you're going to multiply at the numerator, and the x plus 1 multiply to the other fraction, so that the denominators become the same. So 5 times 3x is going to be 15x plus, so this times this, 15x, 2 times x, obviously 2x, and 2 times 1 is plus 2 over, you're going to get something like this, obviously x plus 1 times 3x. So 15x plus 2x is 17x plus 2. You can also open this up. So x times 3x is 3x squared. 1 times 3x is plus 3x. Yep. Most probably this. Is it true? Yep. Okay, that is your final answer. I think if you write it like this way also, I don't think you're going to get, is it wrong? No. But if you also write it this way, you're going to still get a mark. Come on. I forgot we still continue. Okay, let's continue this one. Now x plus y squared. Okay, x plus y squared just means x plus y times x plus y plus 3 times x plus y. So x times x obviously is going to be x squared, x times y plus xy, y times x, xy as well, and y times y. It gives you y squared. Okay. Then if you open up this, 3 times x is going to give you 3x, and 3 times y is going to give you 3y. Now collect it. This is going to be obviously x squared plus 2xy plus y squared plus 3x plus 3y. Now, you've been told to factorize. Now I'm wondering why. Oh, I'm using a long formula. So, okay, let's just ignore this part. Just forget I was teaching this way. But okay, the question was this way: x plus y times x plus y plus 3 into brackets x plus y. Now, since this and this are similar, so they're much likely the same. So you're just going to take this and this. Take 3 times, not 3 times, but it's supposed to be 3 plus x plus y into brackets x plus y. So it's going to give you 3 plus x plus y this way. So yeah, that is your answer. Let me just write it here so that you guys can see it afterwards. Now you have a question like this. Solve 9 plus x over 7 is equal to 11 minus x. So very, very easy question. You do something called cross multiplication. Over 7 is equal to 11 minus x. So let's multiply by 7 here. Let's multiply by 7 here. So you just remain with 9 plus x is equal to 7 times 11, 77, 7 times negative x, negative 7x. Okay. So now let's bring this 7x to the other side of the equation by adding 7x, 7x. And then let's subtract 9 here and subtract 9 here. So 7x plus x is going to give you 8x, and 77 minus 9 is going to give you 87. That's also 68. Then divide by 8. Divide by 8. X is going to give you 8.5. So that is your answer. Okay, that is your answer. Let's go to this. Now this is also very easy question. So you have 4 into bracket y plus 3 cubed, so which you can rewrite it like this. So this is y plus 3 cubed, and then this can be written as y plus 3 squared. Okay, so obviously this and this cancel, this and this cancels, and you just remain with 4 into bracket y plus 3, which is just the same as saying 4 times y. 4y. Okay, and 4 times 3 is plus 12. So simple as that. Now question 8. Okay, we have question 8. Okay, I don't know which yet, but I think you'll see it somewhere below. The year and the question itself. So if you get a question like this where you've been told to show that this divided by this, 7x minus 14 over x squared plus 4x minus 12 divided by x minus 6 over x cubed minus 36, x simplifies to ax, where a is an integer. Okay, so now let's find this. Let's factorize this first. I think this is very easy. Now if you try to factorize this, x squared plus 14 but 4x minus 12, the sum is 4. Okay, this is the sum, and your product is negative 12. The SPF rule, the sum product factor. So which are the two factors? Two numbers that if you add them gives you 4. If you multiply those same two numbers, it should give you negative 12. So is this supposed to be negative 4 and 3? Basically, you find the combinations of 12. There are many combinations, obviously. Negative 12. We have 2, negative 6. We have negative 2 and 6. We have 4 and negative 3, negative 4, 3. Now, which one of them can be added to give you 4? And that is negative 2 and 6. So your factors are negative 2, 6, because if you add them gives you a sum of. So let me write this: 7x minus 14 over, and you factorize, it should be something like this: x minus 2, x plus 6. Okay, now that is that. But now after factorizing something like that, so let's say we have this. Let me dig into the laptop. Okay, we have this. We can also factorize the numerator because 7 is your common factor. So we can factorize this one, making 7 as your common factor. So it's going to be 7 into bracket x minus 2. Okay, so because 7 times x gives you 7x, 7 times negative 2 gives you negative 14. And now if it's division, obviously it's going to be multiplication, but you reciprocate this fraction. So the x cubed goes up and the x minus 6 goes down. Now obviously, once again, we can factorize this. Okay, we can factorize this one. And how do you factorize this? Obviously, the common factor here is x. The common factor is x, and therefore you'll have x squared minus 36. Now this is a difference of 2 squares. So if you have something like this, x squared minus 36, it can be rewritten as x squared minus 6 squared. And we've said about this: if you have a squared minus b squared, you can factorize it by writing a plus b, a minus b. So this is going to be x plus 6 and x minus 6. Very simple, right? So this one will become x plus 6 and x minus 6. So this one, eventually, if you factorize, is going to give you x plus 6 and x minus 6. Now this and this will cancel out. Okay, and again, since you're multiplying, this and this also cancels out, and you're just going to remain with 7 times x, which is 7x. Also, there's also another thing that's going to cancel out. This and this will cancel out, and you just remain with 7 times x, which is 7x, and therefore that is your answer, where a is an integer, obviously. How about if you get a question like this? Show that 4x plus 3 over 2x plus 3 over 5 can be written in this form: ax plus b over cx. Okay, very simple now. So what you need to do, you make the denominators the same. So you multiply 5 here, you multiply 5 here. Okay, for this one you multiply by 2x and you multiply 2x here. So 5 times 4x will give you 20x, 5 times 3 will give you 15, 3 times 2x will give you 6x, all over the LCM, which is 5 times 2x, which is going to be 10x. Now collect the like term. 20x plus 6x will give you 26x plus 15, or 15 divided by 10x. Okay, I think that is the answer, but I think you can simplify. Can you? No common factor here, so I'll leave it this way because the answer has been told to leave it this way. So that is your answer. Now show that 6x cubed over 9x squared minus 144 divided by 2x power 4 over 3 into brackets x minus 4 can be written in the form 1 over x into bracket x plus r, where r is an integer. Again, we use a lot of methods. So 6x cubed over 9x squared minus 144. Division changes to multiplication, and the 3 times x minus 4 goes up, and the 2x raised to power 4 goes down. Now take this one here. Okay, now we have this. What do you do with this? Obviously this is a difference of 2 squared, because if you can do this way, 9x squared minus 12 squared, 9 can be written as 3 squared, x squared minus 12 squared, obviously. So when you factorize, it's going to be 3x plus 12 and 3x minus 12. So this one, if you factorize this, is going to give you 3x plus 12 and 3x minus 12. I think, yeah, very simple. Does it need to be factorized further? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I think it doesn't need to be factorized further unless there's something. Okay, I think I can do something here. Let me factorize this, and factorizing this means 6x cubed over 3 into brackets x plus 4, and then we have obviously 3. No, let me not factorize this because it won't help you in anything. So instead of this, let me factorize this. Let me factorize this. So this one. Okay, let me factorize that one then, and let me say 3 is a common factor. The 3x plus 12 will just remain the same, but this one will tend to change to become x minus 4 times 3 into brackets x minus 4 over 2x to the power 4. This and this cancel out, this and this will cancel out now. Okay, and then you'll find another thing that usually cancels out is this and this, and you remain with 3x cubed, and again this is x cubed, so 3x, and then you just remain with 1x at the bottom, so you just remain here this way. So 3 into bracket 3x plus 12 times x. Now we can again factorize 3x plus 12, and we write it this way now: 3 over, the common factor is 3 into bracket x plus 4, okay, times x. The 3 cancel out, and you remain with 1 over x into bracket x plus 4. that is your final answer. Where r is an integer, so your r is 4, and that is your answer. Again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do subscribe. I'm a very new guy, so subscribe. And in case you want to reach out to me, I think I've already posted my number, but just in case, you can reach out through me using this number once more: +447438299283. For Edexcel GCSE students, you can contact me through this number. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.